Hello there. Welcome, everybody. Hello, Prospecting. Hello, Henry. Hello there, Susan, Rebecca, Standing Stones, Lola, Kathy A., Henry, and Leonard. Welcome, everybody, to another edition. And Liana, nice to see you there and here and everywhere. Hello, just in time. You are just in time. Hello there, Justin. Nice to see you. And how are you doing there, Jennifer?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. So, a sad case we're working on today, aren't we?
Yeah. I mean, wow. This was pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is. So we actually got this case from a viewer. We're not going to mention their name, but yeah, if you got a case, you got an email down at the bottom of the screen that's flashing. Send us the info. We'll be more than happy to take a look at it. And what's the name of this case?
So this is Katie Janess, who was stabbed in Midtown Atlanta. Yo, hey, Chris. Hey. I wonder how I know him. She was stabbed in a Midtown Atlanta neighborhood park called Piedmont Park. I actually looked at a map. So apparently it looks like it's a huge park. Most of Atlanta is that anyway, and it's dog park, walking, you name it. It looks like there's bicycle trails and a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah. And and then, to make it even worse, the dog was killed with her.
Yes. How tragic.
So a couple of interesting things in this one too. I don't know. You want to play the video? Or you want to just talk a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead. Now, do you got the video queued up?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I've got the one you sent me, and I've got the one with the autopsy. So there's one with when the autopsy is released, and then I've got one with that was the 2 years anniversary. So it would have been a year ago. Which one do you want?
Your preference. It doesn't matter.
All right, let's do this. And here, and there.
Dukes, Fox 5 News.
Yeah, the case shocked the community. Hopefully something breaks soon.
We'll restart this. There we go.
Search for a suspect continues 2 years after a woman and her dog were brutally murdered in Piedmont Park. Good afternoon, and thanks so much for joining us. For Fox 5 News at 4, I'm Christine Spiro. Katie Janness and her dog were stabbed to death on this date in 2021. Fox 5's Deidra Dukes joins us from Piedmont Park in Atlanta. And Deidra, you spoke to the victims' loved ones today.
And the victims' loved ones and police, who 2 years after Katie Janness's murder say this is still a very active investigation. They remain hopeful that someone will come forward with information that'll lead to a break in the case.
The way Katie died, no one should ever have to.
Joe Clark joined mourners at Piedmont Park the day after Katie Janness and her dog were brutally murdered. His daughter was Janess's girlfriend.
It does baffle us that, how could someone do such a horrible crime and then to just be nothing?
I spoke with Joe Clark by phone on this 2-year anniversary of Katie's murder as the search continues for her killer.
It's a busy park, and it's just always baffled me that the only picture that we see of Katie is on the Rainbow Crosswalk, and then she's found several blocks away. It's just, how could no one have had any type of contact? I mean, Atlanta is even busy at midnight.
Janess was taking her dog for a walk when she was viciously attacked. The woman and her dog were both stabbed to death. Officers were called to the entrance of Piedmont Park at 10th Street and Charles Allen Drive around 1 a.m. on July 28, 2021, after Janess's partner, Emma Clark, went looking for her and made the gruesome discovery. The couple lived just up the street from the park. Atlanta police held a news conference Friday afternoon in an effort to generate new leads in the case.
We're asking the community, you may not even have been in the park that night, but if you've heard or saw anything that seems suspicious, just off, please notify us.
Janess's partner left town soon after her murder. Her father says the past 2 years have been difficult.
It was a hard time when it happened, when people wanted to point fingers. So we just kind of tried to stay out of the spotlight with that. She Emma had police protection for quite a while afterwards, even, because of just people doing that. So that made it even harder for the healing process.
And police say they continue to follow tips and leads in this case. Anyone with information is urged to call APD or Crime Stoppers. Reporting live from Piedmont Park, Deidra Dukes, Fox 5 News.
The case shocked the community. Hopefully something breaks soon.
Okay, so that answers one of my questions. So the fiance we were discussing before the show, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Tracy and Tammy Johnson. She left town shortly after. However, did you catch what they said? She was under police protection.
Yep.
So, yeah, that would probably scare me to leave town too.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. But why?
I don't know.
That just raises questions. I mean, why was she under police protection? She found the body. She said what they're saying in a couple other reports is she tracked her girlfriend using the iPhone locator on her girlfriend's phone.
Right.
After she didn't come back home with the dog. And there was another report when the autopsies were released that they were looking into some DNA that possibly was in the dog's mouth that would have given them something. And pretty much after that, it went dead, like silent, nothing. And that's what's crazy too. Hey, Rita.
Hey, Rita. So what's sad, ladies and gentlemen, she was over 50 times with the knife.
She was, 12 of which in her face and neck. And the letters F-A-T carved into her chest.
So anybody in the LGBTQ knows what that means or have an idea what FAT stands for, please let us know, because we're trying to figure it out. And Jennifer, you came up with some possibilities. What did you come up with?
What did we say? It faithful and true. Fabulous and something else, and free airtime.
So yeah, Standing Stone, it is very crazy. So when you see something like this is a crime of passion.
Yep.
Somebody that knows the victim very well. And yes, over 50 times. It is personal.
That's personal.
Yes, very personal. And I actually to take out the animal too. Yep. So, and what's very strange is that Jennifer, you said there were cameras in the park, or some cameras?
There were 9 cameras in and around the park, but they are saying some were working, which one that was working is that little rainbow walkway they showed with her. That one was the last one working in her area. And where she was, based on a map of the park, is near the edge of it. She wasn't technically she wasn't way in the park. She was really on the edge of it. Basically, it looked like she was leaving the park, which is where they showed where she is. If you want, I can kind of show here. I can show a little map real quick.
Sure. But this park, the way the police says in the media, it's a very well-traveled area. It's not like it's desolate.
Right.
I mean, look at the area around the park.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very busy. And you have some traffic lights here. So Piedmont Avenue Northeast, this is the road, right? They're saying she was found here, and then this is that 10th Street. So she would have been found near what looks like, you've got look at all those restaurants. And I think the entrance would have been, you can see somewhere over here, right?
Right.
So yeah, looks like and like I said, it's on the edge of the park. So it should be, like they said, even at midnight, fairly busy,
Rebecca wants to know, was she married before the current relationship? How long was she in the current relationship, Jennifer?
From what I read, they've been together about 7 years, recently engaged, maybe a couple of years into the engagement, never married to this person. And I have not found anything about her being married to anybody else. So she was, how old was she? She was 40 years old at the time of her murder, July 28th, 2021. So, I mean,
Yeah,
you'd
these
think
are not gang initiated crimes. Not something like
Mm-mm.
this isn't. But
No.
what's weird is that FAT stands for something, and that is something personal that she would know.
Yep.
So that's what Jennifer and I was trying to figure out for the show. I'll be honest, we were Googling it different ways
Yeah.
to see what would come up. So maybe somebody out there that's going to listen to the show or watch the rerun of the show or rebroadcast can send a message in or email us, let us know what they think it could be.
Yeah. What does FAT?
Prospecting says some parts of it is desolate. Okay. The FAT standing was on her torso. So, but she was an advocate for something, and we could not find out what she was an advocate for.
No.
So that could possibly be a contributing factor. I'm not saying it is. What was she an advocate for? Was it an organization of some sort? I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that's what it was. Fabulous and thick, faithful
okay.
and true, fresh air time. I mean, I don't know. But to take that much time, that's it. How could you do that quickly?
Well,
How
the
did
dog
you?
would have made noise too. I
It was
mean,
a
the
pit
dog,
bull.
yeah.
It was a
Right.
pit bull. How did that dog didn't get a chunk out of somebody unless they went for the dog first? Somehow. Or got knocked her down and then got the dog. I don't know, but this is not something that's a quick anything. So I'm just curious as to they went for DNA in the dog's mouth and then nothing.
Could be free airtime is obviously in all the news, assuming the dog attacked the killer, which they killed the dog unless there's two people, maybe one had the dog. It could be.
Could be,
But
yeah.
it seems like, and I'm not saying they didn't do this, they would go back and trace the cameras through all the businesses in the stoplight intersections. Yeah, of course they had to do that. Welcome, Joyski. So,
I mean, do they slowly walk away from this? He, they, she, it, whatever. Do the killer or killers, do you slowly walk away?
see, I was thinking like Lula. Lula, a dog probably knew the killer too. It has to be.
Yeah. And I don't want to say what my first instinct was when I saw this. So.
When I want to know. What is it?
The fiance.
All parties are proven innocent until guilty in a court of law. This is for entertainment purposes only.
Ditto what he said. No, I have no basis. I really don't. It's just one of those feelings. It's the first place I went.
Well, and anytime somebody is like this, right? They always look at the spouse or the boyfriend, the girlfriend, always.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And
he's standing still. Everybody put their psychic abilities together. Standing, when I first read this, I was like, this is horrible. This is just plain. But this is going on a few years now. And I just don't, I don't know. It's just.
The dog was the ex-girlfriend, the widowed fiance. How do we say this? The widowed fiance. The dog actually belonged to her, not the victim.
Yes, it's a rage. Yeah, fuel rage. Yeah, it to me, it's passion, right? It's fueled by something. But I want to know what FAT stands for.
Yeah, that would be. Is it Fulton County? Standing Stone. I don't know. Piedmont Park is. I don't know what county in Atlanta that's in. I just know it's Midtown, the Midtown neighborhood.
But then it just goes code.
Yes,
Yes.
cold. It was, okay, we're close. Okay, we're close. We got this. We got this. We're close. We're close. Nothing.
But see, Roger, and that's what somebody just mentioned a second ago. If the dog knew the person, right? So, or if there was more than one attacker, that can explain it too. So,
but you'd think that this one of them, if there was more than one, would still have had to have known the dog. I mean, I have a Rottweiler, and he goes to the dog park, and if he's on there's and it's off leash, if he is on leash, and he doesn't know you, you will not get near me. I promise you. I have to hold him back and command him to stand down when I see someone coming, because I'll make the decision whether or not he can go. So, and they're similar breeds, really. Pit bulls are just as sweet, just as derpy, and just as protective, right? So that's what just floors me.
she says, Grizzly, do you hear a song? There are two slangs. No, when I first looked at her, Red Solo Cup came up. Don't ask me why. But that's what came up. So one for F, one for T. But I was just about to say something. She said F and T. What was I getting ready to say?
You're talking about a song?
Yeah, she was talking about a song, but somebody said something. Scott, what do you have? Scott says he has hunches. Yeah, it is Fulton County. Susan F says, okay. It doesn't make sense. Why is their partner needed protection? But, okay, so here's the thing, right? So if you're on an active investigation, you're not going to let out everything you know. So I can understand that part.
Mm-hmm.
But if they uncovered something, but what is she an advocate for? That's what I want to know first off.
Mm-hmm.
Because is it something that's pressing to where it would make a lot of people upset? But somebody would have to know that she was going to be in that exact place at that exact moment at that exact time to do what they have done to her. That's what throws me a trip. So
it's 1 o'clock in the morning. So what kind of job does that scream? Service industry, right?
So yeah.
And I don't know, was she an advocate for some LGBTQ stuff? I don't know. You know, that is really hard. I was trying to find her Facebook, maybe it was still up, or some social media, and it was very difficult to find it. It just, like you said, it just ran, and then just fell off. Neighbor.
Oh, Squatch and Holler, welcome. What time? This was it in July?
July 28th, 2021.
Yeah. So it was in July.
Yep.
Now, it didn't give her fiance's full name, did it?
It did. You want a picture?
No. Can we hit Facebook?
I can look it up. I gotta find her name real quick. It's Clark. Her Emma Clark.
Oh, I wonder if she'll be wanting to do an interview.
You think?
I don't know. They've done it before.
Oh my.
Why she have it on lockdown? Hey, Greg, welcome to the show. Yeah.
Well, I mean, she might. I just wonder if she would do it though. I mean, she left. Listen, the whole thing. She left shortly after the whole thing happened. How did they clear her that quickly?
She must have had a heck of an alibi. Who knows? Maybe she took a polygraph test. Susan F. Says, that's my phone. The area isn't bad, she says, but would not want to walk alone there at that time. She's got a pit bull. Who's going to want to attack her? I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, not me. Well, I'm not a bad guy, though, either.
Yeah.
So I don't think like that, right? Prospecting says that park is known for D's and illegal and deep stuff. Okay. Interesting. So
He says what now?
inappropriate
gotcha.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
I had
Well,
to
okay.
rephrase that.
So let's just call that any public park.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, I was a kid once. So, yeah, so Lulu Bell, I thought about that in the very beginning, but however, if that was a mistake, that wouldn't have been that many stab wounds, and those FAT would not been engraved or carved on her abdomen. They wouldn't attack that dog either.
They didn't look terribly alike to me.
Oh,
Maybe
the
in the dark.
fiancés, the couple.
Yeah, their physique was different. The surviving partner was a lot smaller than the.
See, that's what we thought too, Squatch, is that the dog probably knew the attacker. But Rebecca, we said this too right before the show, a jealous act, right? However, they were together for what, 7 or 9 years or something like that?
7 years, yeah.
So now I'm not into LGBTQ, if I said it right, but do they share? So
Yes.
did a party maybe was got jealous. I don't know.
Well,
wasn't in the
it's
relationship.
no different than.
Yes, thank you, Rebecca. I was trying to figure out a proper term.
But it's no different. There are some straight couples that share, swap, have extras, things like that. That's not uncommon anymore.
Rebecca,
not at all.
Get the tow truck.
So it's no different in that. It doesn't matter which side of this you're on. It's still something in each community that occurs. I'm not saying it occurs a lot, but it does occur.
Yeah,
Sorry.
many stab wounds are passion, right? Passion and anger.
So
sending something home, a message.
There was another girl killed not long before or after, around the same time this girl was at a different park in the Atlanta area. And I say Atlanta area, and that's very large. We all know that. So I wonder if that to me, that doesn't scream serial killer. Does it to you?
Well, here's the problem, right? So there are up-teen numbers of those active in the U.S. Because we can't tie them together, right? But we know they're out there. Now, usually in a stabbing motion, depends on the force of the stabbing. The perpetrator can usually self-inflict a wound on them, and that's where they can get the DNA, right? Because the hand will slide over the blade, and they can cut themselves, especially when the blade hits a bone or a rib cage or something like that. But however, they were thinking they can get DNA from the dog. So it sounds like the dog maybe bit something or someone, but that didn't pan out. So, but Atlanta area or that vicinity, what's the crime rate? How many stabbings and, the MO? Yeah. I mean, how hard is that to tie something else together?
Right. Well, not many stab wounds, short of some kind of glove or something on the hand. You'd think that there would be some DNA from the perpetrator on it. And maybe, maybe the dog did bite something and there just wasn't a good sample.
Could be. Yes, that is a possibility. The partner worked in a bar. I don't know why that stands out to me. Well, if that's the case too, then that's going to open up a whole lot of suspects possibility as well too.
And then you got to look at what kind of bar. Was it an LGBTQ bar? And, did they have people that are like, oh, the bartender's hot, right? That happens. Become obsessed with the bartenders.
Where the hell is pineapple come into play? What's that? That just threw me for a loop, Henry. What's a pineapple?
Don't
answer that.
I will tell you off air.
Oh hell no! Don't tell me now.
I'll tell you off air. I'm not going to say it.
Oh my God.
So someone may comment and let you know, but I'll tell you later.
Don't comment. I wonder why your eyes got big. Oh. Anyways, all right now. There are some religious groups in Atlanta. Yeah, now we're going to get religious, just what we need. And let me tell you something. Some religious groups, I'm not saying all of them, can be a little extremist. So. And
not all agree with that kind of lifestyle, right?
Yes.
And get extreme about those choices. So, thanks, Kyle. So, I don't know.
Welcome, Judy.
I get the religious could be a possibility, but it just isn't in my gut. That doesn't seem, would they go, maybe they would go to that extreme. I don't know. Depends how.
And a lot of people are saying swingers. It could be, I'm not for sure. Now, somebody says it wasn't a gay bar. So that's fine,
Right.
But
that still doesn't mean that someone couldn't have walked in and thought one or the other was cute, right? That doesn't mean anything really. So
Henry, I'm not doing the Heimlich on you, so you're gonna have to cough on your own.
So this is going to be really interesting to hear what the panels come up with. I didn't even try myself. I just had the one picture and that was it. And I had the picture of someone in a gray hooded sweatshirt who was thin. That's all I saw when I first saw the picture. So we'll see.
So how they found the body, Greg, is the fiance. You know how you find your iPhone? That's how they found the body. And yes, Susan F., that would make sense. That many stab wounds, yes, she would have been covered in blood. Absolutely. So, but Tracy, my mind went blank. Thanks, Tracy. Now I know what it means on people's back windshields now.
And now I don't have to tell you off air.
Greg's laughing. I don't know that stuff. Anyways, but the perpetrator or perpetrators would have to know where she was going to be at that exact location at that time.
So followed after work?
But didn't she go home? Yeah, she had to go home and get the doggy.
Right, but she lives a few blocks from the park.
Yes. So
maybe followed.
It could have been, yeah.
Maybe followed.
You think the person's done this before?
No. I don't know. I just spit out a word. I didn't even think about it.
As soon as I read that, I was like, damn you, Grizzly. When I saw Jennifer's face, I'm like, yep, that's not good. Yeah, it's not good.
Well, it was a reaction to that, and then the reaction to you didn't know what it stood for. I went, oh no.
I am innocent, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pure. Anyways, but we will get this. I didn't say that. I think the article said they went out to dinner that night. Yes, no, you're right, Susan. They did. Susan's right. That night they did go out to dinner. That news article did say that. What's the 360? Greg, don't stop it. Don't even look at me, Jennifer. Let me click off that. Maybe it was a planned attack and somebody made sure that she would be walking there. I don't know, but I want to know what FAT stands for.
Yeah.
So.
All these people that know what the pineapple stood for, figure out what FAT stands for us.
So, yeah, Lulu, there we go. But we will get this out.
The FBI is involved, actually. The FBI has a tip line.
Yeah, thanks, Henry, for putting us in the ditch. Well, they're getting a kick out of that one. I hear sirens are coming to get you, Henry. So, All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll wrap this one up. I'll get it right over to the board. I can tell you what was that?
My dog howling in our courtyard as the sirens are coming past our house.
But from coast to coast around the world, we'll catch you on Sunday show. Take care, everybody. Thanks, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Pineapples.